friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and today I want to really focus on the question is, can CG come back from Malak-Gate, or whatever it is that we as a fan base are calling this, player base are calling this, and redeem themselves? Specifically, can they redeem themselves with their next title update? Now, this is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I've been thinking, well, have they done it? Are they going to update it? What's going on, right? So I was playing the Heroic Sith Raid the other day, and I threw in my Traya team, right? It was my kitchen sink. I just wanted to do the best that I can, and I actually did all right. I got 6th place in my guild, and I was like, all right, cool, sweet. But as I was going through this, I saw a symbol that I hadn't ever noticed before. And typically, it's because I put it on auto, walk away from my phone when I'm throwing my kitchen sink at him. But it was between me and one other. And I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta get higher points. And I didn't, obviously. I got 6th, he got 5th, whatever. Hats off to you, sir. But as I was actually paying attention this time, I noticed this little sun mark. And then I held it and I clicked on it. It was like placeholder. Now, I'm not sure what the placeholder ability is. Placeholder really could mean any kind of thing. Like they swap places with the enemy character and then use that enemy character to defeat your character. Very possible. Or it could simply mean this is a placeholder for whatever they're going to be putting soon. We've had a number of smaller updates over the last couple of days. And so I've decided to go back and look at if they actually mention anything about a title update. And of course they do. In the Q&A, CG Eric is asked the question, how long are you planning ahead? What's your goal? Is it 6 months, 4 months? Do you even have a year planned? And his response, as I mentioned in my review of the Q&A, is, pretty accurate. But this is something that, with all things considered, is very intriguing. It says some of the features in-game right now have detailed roadmaps spanning the next couple of years. So you could probably guess the territory battles, territory wars. You could probably see GAC. You could probably do a number of those other things. Quite also, since it's a feature, maybe relics, maybe mods, those types of things. But then he goes on in terms of current plans. In current being soon, right? And I know soon TM is CG's catchphrase, but soon here probably means in the next 2 to 3 months. There are also features we hope to launch in one of the next title updates that we need to grow over time and be supported with future content, right? And it makes me wonder, what could they potentially do? And with everything that's gone on, it has to be something worthwhile. It has to be something big. I jumped over again and I was like, okay, so was there anything that makes us think that a title update is coming soon? Well, a couple of weeks ago, on October 3rd, they gave us this little snippet here and they said, hey, tentative title update coming soon. And as I looked back and on the 11th or 8th, there was an update that has some kind of changes to it. But as I look back, I thought to myself, that's kind of a weak title update. It was really, it may have had some changes and there were good changes, but they weren't drastic changes. And I want drastic changes. I think at this point, we all kind of want drastic changes. But as I was looking at this and comparing this specific title update to title updates in the past, I really find myself believing that, one, there is something coming soon. A title update, like a full-on title update that is going to be awesome. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, Thaddeus, you keep saying title update. I'm not sure you're using that term properly. And so I did some research, again, into what is a title update. And so here we find, and then this particular one that I'm showing you now was something fairly recent within the last 6 months, I believe. But it says this. It says, finally, client updates are the biggest kind of release but they allow us to change and fix most kinds of game data. So events, other crap. This is typically a big title update like Mods 2.0 or Relics, which modifies a large amount of client data and server data and so on and so forth. These usually need approval from platforms as they require you to download a new version from your app store. So platforms being Google and Apple, right? I'm not sure what other platforms there are, because if you're not on those two, you've clearly not picked a side in the battle between Google and Apple, and we're coming for you. But here, I mean, they do talk about like the different types of things, but a title update is one of those big things. Now they point out Mods 2.0 and Relics were major title events, but they weren't the only ones. We also got Grand Arena Championship in the form of a title update. We got, and this is the thumbnail from Smithy D, if you guys remember him. We got Smithy D talking about new chats, private messaging, vanity titles, not major things, but still fairly big. But as I'm sitting here, I'm like, what could they possibly do that's big, that would be introductory, like a mods rework, like vanity titles, like an adjustment to in-game chatting or in-game communication, like grand arenas? What could be major like that? And could it redeem themselves after the intern accidentally launched, he hit the button. Let's face it, it was probably an intern at CG that was like, my time is coming to an end here, and I'm gonna, piss off everyone. And that's what he or she did. Let's face it, that's probably what happened. I mean, this is why we don't trust interns. This is why we only let them get like drinks and take food lunch orders and that kind of stuff. Again, I still feel like if it's not the intern, they were testing the waters to see how this would be addressed, how this would be taken. I am kind of pissed that my Malak shards are not going to be rewarded, not going to be around for too much longer. But again, back to the question, will a title update address this? Now, it has to be big. Relics were received not really well. Mods 2.0, I mean, I think it helped a bit, and I think people are better with it now than they definitely were, but I don't know. Grand Arena Championship initially got off with some hesitation because we remembered the last time something like this tournaments was introduced, and it didn't go over well. But it's been received really well, and people are saying it's the greatest part of the game now. I think there are some potential things that we could see. Now, just throwing it out there, I think a sandbox mode, an offline mode, or some kind of mode where we can test our own players against each other, our own players against other characters, is in the works. That would, I think, go a long way for the kind of bad blood that's going in the community right now, because it would be fun. Another thing that I think could be very beneficial and could be an effective flip around, an effective turnaround, is if they added vehicles to or land vehicles to the ships, right? I'm still under the full belief that it's going to be vehicles, not ships, and then like trucks and cars and stuff. I think they're going like all transportive or attackive things, and then space or whatever. I think that would be really cool. An update to ships would be awesome, and I think it would be great and needed at this point. Let's face it. Additionally, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that the players, the community have really begged for. Characters that they're going to be introducing. Let's face it, guys, drop rates could be adjusted, and I think that would go a long way to easing some of the tension for the future. If they adjusted the drop rates even slightly, if they made the cryotechs remotely easier to get, oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Put them in another place so that we can farm. Put them in another area that we can farm. Adjust give us a mythic tier for the challenges. Any number of things could be done in this title update to ease player frustration. I really think they have a huge chance here. And personally, I'm making this Sunday night. I think Monday morning it's going to be big. Now, I don't typically give dates because, the moment you give a date, it doesn't happen. I mean, look at the Mayans 2012. Really, all that told us was, hey, you need to go get yourself another ancient calendar. Now, all that told me was I need to start making my own ancient calendar. Clearly, it's in the works. But they have a great opportunity to not screw fans over and give them what they want and make the community happy. Will they seize it? Will they take advantage of it? I don't rightly know. A huge part of me hopes so. A huge part of me is like, yes, please. But then I've also seen how they've dropped the ball in the past. Leave a comment in the section below. Tell me your thoughts. Do you think anything can redeem the devs at this point? And if they can, what would it be? Let me know in the section below. Like, subscribe, share this video, because I'm really curious. And the more people that see this, the more people will respond, right? If you think there's nothing, tell me. Let me know. Check out the links in the section below. I have 2 links that you should definitely visit. One is an Audible link. There's some amazing Star Wars books out there right now. And even old canon. Try the link in the section below if you travel, if you drive, if you mow your lawn, shovel snow, whatever you do, it is a great way to pass time. 2 links for free or 2 audiobooks for free. You just sign up and then cancel. Those books are still yours. You can continue to do that as many times as you want. I'm not going to stop you. Same thing with Amazon Prime. There's a lot of great videos out there. I just streamed and finished The Tick. Great show from the 90s. Love the reimagination of it. It's great. But there's some other things that I'm curious to check out for Amazon Prime. If you log on, if you sign up, the holidays are just around the corner, free shipping, all that other jazz. Every time you do that, you help me help myself, help me help my channel. Let me know. I appreciate it. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.